I'm Carter Scherer, and I'm gonna be the first YouTuber ever to go to outer space. But just how high is space? Right now I'm at 0 feet of elevation. Let's see how high we can fly. Let's try to understand how high space is. Your average person is about 5 feet 8 inches. Your average American home is about 20 feet. Let's go higher. A hot air balloon flies at 3,000 feet. Your average airliner flies at 35,000 feet, but that's still not outer space. We have to fly way, way higher, all the way up to the edge of space at 350,000 feet above Earth's surface.
Hey Carter, have you made it to space yet?
Not yet, but with every great scientific achievement starts with a scientific prototype and a professional. And I am here with Dr. Chris Rose. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm noticing you work with Sent into Space. So what exactly do you do?
Well, the name kind of says it all. We do exactly that. We send things into space. And in order to do that, we had to design a bespoke craft to enable us to do that. And it's right here. You'll notice that it's as lightweight as we can make it. We've got to build this subject to requirement. And our requirements is to get our Team Ra merch Spaceman plushie as high above the Earth as possible. We need it to survive temperatures as low as nearly minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit, pressures approaching zero, re-entry speeds into the Earth's atmosphere at nearly 300 miles per hour. But the more weight we have on this craft, the more difficult it is to do that. But all the systems on board have been tailored to protect the cameras both thermally and from the pressures, so that once this is released, it's concluded its final journey above the Earth and returned to Earth. We need your help in tracking this down.
So what you're telling me is that Team Ra is flying into space today.
Absolutely. We are now T-minus 1 hour to launch. We've done our final calculations and all the technical side of things are prepared. In just a few moments, we need to fill the balloons that are going to take our merchandise on this epic journey, and we'll be in the air within an hour.
Great, let's do it. Guys, we're literally flying into space and we're getting started right now. The method we're using to get to space today isn't crazy rockets. We're actually using these 2 giant tanks
of helium.
Carter, please stop inhaling the helium. We have a very specific calculated volume of helium for the balloon.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I won't use it anymore.
We're literally using the world's biggest balloon, and he's holding it right there, and he's gonna be unwrapping this thing. This balloon is gonna be so large when it's filled full of helium that it's literally going to send us into space.
Now, Carter, this balloon, when we fill it on the ground, is only going to be of a specific volume, but as it progresses through the atmosphere, it's going to get bigger and bigger, and that's because the pressure is dropping as we progress into space. When this gets to the top of the flight, this is going to be taller than the White House.
Wow.
So this is why we've got our gloves on. This is going to be so stretched at the top of the flight, even a human fingerprint is enough to introduce a weak point in the material.
This is literally the world's biggest balloon. It takes 3 people to hold it, and as we fill it, it's gonna get bigger and bigger and be so large that it can literally lift our prototype up into outer space. Ew, Andrew, that's disgusting. I didn't know science was so gassy. Melt after Carter was inhaling all of it?
Carter was inhaling it?
Yeah, he was inhaling all of it. World's biggest balloon, more like world's biggest whoopee cushion. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed. It's the most scientific I've ever felt. One small fart for man, one giant fart for mankind. I'm starting to get extremely nervous because I saw them checking the dials over there. After Carter was sucking up all that helium, I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to make it to space, and we came all the way out here to the desert for this.
Yo, Andrew, come over here and check this out. Here, yo, try this.
What is this?
Just breathe it real quick. Wow, is my voice different? Oh my god. Oh my god, you sound like a chipmunk. You're so wrong. Oh. This is so fun. I love science.
All right, listen, Carter, we've used so much helium. I'm actually going to have to reduce the weight of the launch vehicle to make sure we get into space. So
What are you talking about? I didn't waste any helium. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Sure you didn't. The feet are coming off and it's your fault.
Oh man, guys, I don't know. Maybe Andrew wasted helium, but I don't know what what everyone's talking about. I didn't waste any. The plushie might get hurt now. There's no feet. Like, how's it gonna land?
We weren't wasting it. We were using it.
That's it, guys. I think we got just the perfect amount of helium in the balloon so we can launch this thing to space. Just like the moon lander that NASA built, our prototype looks just like that because this will literally be flying to space and coming back and landing back on Earth. We are T-minus 1 minute from launch, guys. We got the balloon all set up, the parachute system, and we are rigged to the actual spacecraft itself with, of course, the Team Bar plushie. There it goes, guys. The world's biggest balloon filled with helium, parachute system, all connected to the rigging of the spacecraft itself, guys. You guys are on the onboard cameras right now, and you will be up in space in about 2 hours. This will be the first ever YouTube merch to fly into outer space and return safely back to Earth. All right, we ready for this? This is it, guys. This is the official launch. Hopefully we have enough helium in those tanks, and you guys are about to be launched into space. Should we count down from 10 like NASA does?
Let's do it!
All right, 10, 9,
ignition
8,
sequence
7,
start.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
0, all engine running.
Oh, there it goes! Oh my God, it is so high already. Just a few seconds, guys. I'm zoomed in as far as I can right now, just trying to track this thing. If I zoom out, oh man, guys, it is already way up there. And there's Hunter trying to like chase it down. Carter, how do you get it back? That is a great question because it's a 3-hour round trip to the edge of space and back, and we have all of this technology. We need to get in the cars right now, chase after it because it's gonna be landing a few miles that way. We gotta go, we gotta keep up with this thing. Matt, can you get in? We gotta drive? All right, hop in. Oh my God, go, go, go. First. All right, let's go. So this thing is riding with the wind as it goes all the way to the edge of space. So if we don't leave now, we are not gonna be able to keep up with it. So let's go. So we gotta go 80 miles. Yeah, we gotta go 80 miles to the first stop. I can't believe we're on a runway right now. Yeah, we're literally at an airport. It's so sick. Hopefully the plane doesn't hit us. We are halfway to space and then the unthinkable happened. We lost signal to the spacecraft. That means that we may not make it to space or be able to find the spacecraft. And if this test fails, then there is no way that I'll be able to fly to space, and my dreams of becoming the first YouTuber to fly to space will be crushed forever. We've been driving for over an hour, guys, and we are literally in the middle of nowhere. And the road isn't even paved. It's been unpaved for the last hour. The trees are looking alien. Look at this. They're crazy. Look at this geography. I have no idea where we are right now.
Dude, I think we did go to space. I think we're in a different planet.
Yeah, it feels like we're on Mars or some like crazy alien planet right now. And we have no cell phone service, so if anything goes wrong, we could literally be stuck out here or something. We also have no control of where this thing is coming down. So it could land anywhere out here, including on the top of that mountain. I'm not even sure how we would get up there to go retrieve it. So we gotta keep on the lookout for when this thing comes out of space and enters Earth's atmosphere. Whoa! We're literally bouncing sideways. This is crazy. So the roads are real bad. We're falling behind schedule. We're doing it the best we can to keep under this thing and track it as it's floating through the sky. It's currently up there, so high, 3 miles above, where we can't even quite see it yet, but it is falling down right now, parachuting as we speak. And when it lands, we need to make sure that we can try to see it or be close to it so we can retrieve this thing. So we all need to hop back in and keep going. We're about 20 miles away from the landing site. It lands in 10 minutes. Matt, we don't have time. Let's go. Let's go, blast off, let's go! Woo! Yeah. Oh!
So we are now quite close. We're like 4 miles from drive and then a suspected 1 mile potential hike, depending on how close we can get.
We're on the final stages of the recovery. We got the Jeep completely filled. We got people in the back. We're 3 miles away. We're gonna see if we can find this thing. We're getting closer, but the terrain is getting insane, guys. Look at how wild this is. There is a deep valley, and the Jeep is gonna have troubles getting through. Oh my gosh. The nose might scrape. What? This one is, oh my. I think you scraped a little bit. And the trek continues 1.5 miles. This is as far as we can take the Jeep. We now need to walk 1.5 miles that way.
I'm gonna run.
It's gonna be 1.5 miles uphill. There's Matt doing his best. This space journey has turned into a survival mission. We've been hiking in the desert for hours and there is still no signs of the spacecraft anywhere. If we don't find it, all this effort will be for nothing. We have to push on. We've been at this search and rescue all day, and we've been hiking on foot, and we have made it to the far reaches of Earth, unexplored by humans, which is crazy to think that we're trying to retrieve something that went to space and back, exploring something that literally looks like another planet. I'm starting to think that maybe we won't actually find this, and today will be a huge failure, but we must push on. We're gonna try a little bit more and see if we can find this thing that just went to space. To give you a sense of how steep this hill is, look what happens when we just barely tap this rock placed on the edge. Good thing I've got superpowers. Oh, whoa. Oh my. Oh, we're on Mars. There it goes. Oh, it's about to fall off the cliff. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you almost took me out. We've been out here for 17 days. No food, no water. Just following these guys in black shirts.
At this point, I'm really starting to question everything. We're not wearing hiking shoes. I didn't plan to be on the surface of Mars walking for miles trying to find this thing. And I'm really starting to think, if we can't see it from up here, how far do we need to go if we can't spot it? Oh, that's exactly what we gotta be careful of. You all right? Oh no!
Carter, you must go on without me.
No, I can't leave you here, Leonard. Too hungry. It's been another hour of hiking, and we now lost Andrew and the rest of the guys. We have no service. We're just heading off in the direction we believe they went, and there's literally no way for us to go any other way.
He said follow the sun, so that's what we're doing.
Yep, we're just following the sun. That is the mountain that we slid down. That is insane. We were standing at the top of that cliff right there. All the way out to right here. Oh my gosh, what? It literally went to space and fell back to Earth. It actually looks like it has some impact and some damage. Carter, it broke. Where did it break off of? Oh, the plushie literally broke off. But guys, this is the first ever piece of YouTuber merch that went to space and came back, and we actually found it. Took hours, but it's here in one piece. I cannot believe it. Yeah, we got it! Woo!
Yeah! Well, anyway, we got the payload back, but we need to see what result we've got. So let's get these cameras back to base and check out the footage.
And see if we actually made it to space or not.
We did it! We've recovered the Sent into spacecraft and are now officially the first YouTubers ever to send merch into space. That means this Team Roar Astronaut Space plushie just became a real-life astronaut. Sent into Space are the real deal and made this whole experience amazing. It was awesome to work with them.
We found it.
I'm like it's getting dark.
I know.
Make it back. I got so nervous. You got stabbed with a
Cactus. Team Roar, we did it. With the help from Sent into Space, we were the first YouTubers ever to send merch to space and back. This Team Roar astronaut plushie is literally a real astronaut touching space, which is absolutely insane. If you guys want one of these, they're on teamroar.com. And the next step now is to build a bigger version of our prototype that's big enough for me to sit on so I can actually fly it to space. If you guys want to see that video, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. Woo! Sent into Space made my dreams come true today, guys. They are absolutely awesome to work with. If you guys love space, make sure to check them out on YouTube right here. Their channel is Sent into Space.